Hi folks, Kim here from Keep Fit with Kim. Today's workout is all about sorting out those rounded shoulders that we get as we get older, or anyone who spends all their time over a desk or a computer and is starting to get rounded shoulders. So you don't need any equipment for this workout, but if you've got a stretchy fitness band, it'll be really useful. And if you can either have a Pilates block, if you have one, I've got quite a thick one there, it's about so thick, or just a rolled up towel, it will make one of the exercises a lot more comfortable. We're going to start down on the floor with a cat and cow exercise. For the cat-cow exercise, we want the centre of the knees under the centre of the hips, so the knees are hip width. Hands directly under the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Pull up the pelvic floor. And what I want you to start by doing is, as you breathe out, drop the belly towards the floor and lift the chest. Keep the neck long and relaxed as you lift that chest up. Breathe in and hold. And as you breathe out, arch the back away and take the head down towards the mat, looking at your knees, arching up through the back. Hold there for the in-breath. As you breathe out, you're going to go the opposite way. So as you do, try and drop down, retract the shoulder blades as you lift up. As you come back the other way, relax the shoulder blades, try and flatten out across the back, and come back the other way. So we're going to do 10 to 15 of these in each direction. And you can stick with this movement if it feels good for you. You might find you're not moving quite as far as I am, that's fine. But you also might find you want to change this movement slightly. So if you find that that's not doing much for you, or you want to try something else, you can try rolling the barrel. So you're going to take the back up and around, circling, as if you're going round a spindle that runs between your hands and your knees, and then change direction. So it's going to get some stretch to the side of the body. If that one doesn't feel good for you, go back to the other version. Another way you can adapt it is just stretching back and off to one side. So you're stretching through the side of the body, taking the bottom towards one foot, coming back up, dropping the chest. So you need to make it your own. Do what feels best for you. Stretch across to the other side. Stretch and come back up. If it's getting too much, then come back and sit on your ankles if it's comfortable, and rotate your wrists to release them, and then join back in if you can. Or wait and do it again next time and try and do a few more. I've linked a video at the top on how to do this exercise, so if you're struggling with the basic exercise, you might find a little bit more information there that will help you. And when you've finished, I like to bring my feet together, take the knees wide and stretch back. So I'm reaching the fingers forward, stretching through the upper back and taking my forehead to the mat. You can also take the elbows to the mat if that works for you. Again, make it your own. And release. So next exercise is arm openings. You want your head on the front of your block, towel or book, whatever you're using for support. Fingertips touching at the front, knees 90 degrees, fingertips touching, and you're just going to open up, taking the arms back as far as you can. Don't need to twist to touch the floor. Coming back now. If you find that your knee's coming up, you might want to use that bottom hand to hold the knee as you go back. But as you come back, just watch that you're reaching far enough forward that the fingertips touch. And keep breathing. You're going to move one way on the in-breath, one way on the out, whatever's most comfortable for you here. I've seen this done both ways. I like to breathe in as I open out and out as I come back. Not a lot of difficulty in this exercise, and so for me, I'm compressing everything as I come back. So go with what feels best for you, but make sure you keep breathing in and out. Again, a lovely rotation in the spine here. Coming up to sitting. We're going to do that on the other side in a moment. So if you'd like to, first of all, grab your band, because we're going to do an exercise using the band. Move your block over the other side, ready to do the other side. Okay, so from here, you can stand up if you prefer, but I'm actually going to do this from a seated position. So I want you to take your hands about hip width apart. Hands one on top of the other, bring the elbows in tight, take the arms out in front, and we're just going to do a little bit of tension, so just pull out a little bit as you lift the arms up. Keep the shoulders dropped, a nice big gap between the ears and the shoulders as you take the arms up as high as is comfortable. Keep those shoulders down and relaxed. Just a little bit of outward pull on the band as you lift the arms up and relax them back down. And if you haven't got a band, you can do this quite happily without the band. You're not going to get quite the same benefit that you will from pulling outwards on a stretchy band, but you're still going to get that mobility in the shoulders as you lift up and relax. Okay, we're going to come on to the other side and do exactly the same number of repetitions that we did on the first side, so I hope you were counting. The arm opening, so exactly the same, heads on the front of the block so that you can roll back, knees forward at 90 degrees, knees stacked, ankles stacked, fingertips touching, and you're going to open up. Feel that stretch across the chest. Hold the knee if you need to. And make sure the fingertips touch as you come to the front. Taking the head back as you go. Feeling a lovely rotation, keeping the knees together. Hold the knee if you need to. Breathing out. Breathing in. And as I said on the other side, don't get too worried. Keep breathing. I prefer to breathe in as I go back, out as I come back in together. But I know quite a lot of instructors do it the opposite way around. Moving with the breath. So this time we did 8 on each side. You can do more. If you want to, pause the video and carry on and do a few more. We've got one more exercise we're going to do, standing up, and you will need your band for that one. So from there. Once you're there, if you have a band, I want you to place it on your hands. It doesn't matter whether your hands are pointing up or down really, but hands are about the same width as your hips, okay? Elbows in at the waist, okay? And you're going to keep them there as you pull out. So I'm going to turn with my back to you. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together as I take the arms out and bring them back in. So squeezing the shoulder blades. Obviously, if you don't have a band, you're going to move a little bit further. Try and keep that chest still, so you're not lifting the chest. Try and keep the wrists strong. The movement is all coming from the shoulder, so the movement is an outward movement. So without the band, you're going to be in this position, coming out a lot further possibly. If you've got the band, really think about squeezing those shoulder blades together and keeping the chest still. If it gets too much with a band, you can always drop the band and keep going without, or give it a rest. And when you've had enough, just shake the arms out, give them a little bit of rest. I'm going to do a couple more. So this really helps strengthen those back muscles, which is great if you've got a large chest, or if you've got very rounded from bending over a desk or a computer. Okay, give it a rest. I'm just going to chuck my band on the floor and let the arms swing. So you can swing them backwards and forwards. Watch you're not going to bash anything. Arms across the body maybe. Let those shoulders relax nicely. Okay, and we're going to finish off with a stretch. Hands, either fingers linked or one on top of the other. You're going to pull the arms away at shoulder height. Pull the elbows out. I'm going to bend so you can see out to the side, and then I'm going to take my head as it was over a ball and stretch. Now from there, you can hold it in that position. We want to hold it for quite a few seconds really. It's quite a long stretch, but if that's really uncomfortable or you're not feeling a stretch at all, you might want to just adjust, maybe move it to one side or the other, up slightly down. Move it until you're feeling that stretch where it's best for you. Think of having a grapefruit or a small ball under your chin, feeling that stretch across the neck. Well done, and release. Just circle the shoulders back to release. Well done. I hope that has been a useful workout for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.